Okay, we are just about set up. Yes, I'm actually prepared for once, so just gonna be booting up the game as I tend to do and turning of the page. I still feel like I probably, in hindsight, I probably should have waited until there I be, by the way. I probably should have waited and it's ended earlier than I thought I was going to, but I legitimately thought we were at the end and we were nowhere close to the end. So last time in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we are in the middle of day 3 courtroom stuff. And our attention is on a certain chief of police, Mr. Demigan. And just to make sure I actually remember what we were doing, other than the one obnoxious puzzle from that shall not be named because it took a while and I ended up having to cave. We're currently in the middle of what feels like a breakthrough with finding the truth of the matter of what happened in the I want to say DL6 SL9 case. So we're in the middle of that. We were just in the middle of weaving through another one of Damon's tricks, and we caught him on a lie, and we're gonna go from there. So, see what happens. Also, I need to move this window. There we go. Depending on how much time we have left afterwards, I may play. We may do some other stuff. We'll see. Anyway, let's get back into it. Voice acting as always. Wait, was it? Wait. Oh, wrong save. The save. That was close, Righto. You almost had me. Eh? Sorry, but you had to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations?
And his name is John Cena!
You see that piece of cloth is John Cena? No. I mean, is this... That piece of cloth is his handprint? No, it's illegal evidence. Oh, so you're indeed first, Gretel. Congratulations. Order, order. What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Uji? Earlier, Wright here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Wrighto? You have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, a piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. That's not fair. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Did you actually think you could mess me in court? Looks like the last left on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Oh, wow, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Legal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Huh? Wow, Mr. Knight? It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? Let's save an attribute new slot. Yes. Oh, if I admit to that, all my planning would have been for nothing. It seems. Game please. I'm actually gonna just load that. Yeah, let's load that. I've already taken so many hits on the chin, especially with that whole vase incident. I did not. I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Aha. So the evidence is legal. Objection. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Nani? It's not that I didn't present evidence, Sam. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Uji, don't listen to this. Don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. He can't really believe. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well. Let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. I have an idea. Take that. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma's guy's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. Nani? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Well, I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule 2. And registered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. Nani? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Objection. Sorry, but can you recall? When was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. So let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh yes. Oh no. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that can be. Damon Gant, the killer was you. Okay, that was way too much laughing. Sheesh, that was a breakdown. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. 2 years he's been stooping around the park department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. I wanted to reinvestigate the case. You recruited Angel Star, convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've gotta help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Dick Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Please reopen the investigation, Chief. Can't transfer the evidence out. There's too many answers left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker. He was taking the evidence out. He said, "It's not too late. I'm gonna hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but never thought he'd bring up the SL9. That's when I saw it. Cursed knife. Couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would only lead to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Yeah, we proved the blue Badger's relevancy. That was a while back. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor that I realized my fatal mistake. Bloody handprint. Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as a crime computer. Everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. Too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Did he put the body in my car? I'm sorry. Couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke a trunk, but what's the big deal? Make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Ugh. Leaving the prosecutor's car aside. How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this? Alright, let me pause it for a sec. So, the SL9 incident, a serial killer somehow escaped punishing while on his way up to Gant and Lena Sky's office. What we thought was a murder, self-defense with Emma. Actually, let me just use a court record to do all this. What we thought was a murder by self-defense. It turns out that Gant sort of committed the murder on Joe Dark. Dark and Neil Marshall. They knocked each other out in the confusion. Gant arrived to the scene first, and Gant pretty much murdered Neil Marshall, and he was able to manipulate our defendant, Lena Sky, into trying to cover up the evidence. He pretty much forged the whole vase thing. He forged the evidence. The only thing that he didn't know was that Emma purposely left a clue, and that the other evidence we found as safe was like Gant's insurance policy in case things went south, and he caught himself in his own lie. And we have him like pretty much confessing about the current murder we're actually focused on, which is Goodman dying. So that's where we're at. And now he's telling us like his side about what happened that night when the Goodman got killed, and then got sent to the crime scene, which we thought was the actual place the murder happened, but it wasn't. That's where we're at. It's not confusing. There's like a 3 or 4 hour video session yesterday that shows it in more detail, but that's more or less what you missed when you fell asleep, Rebel. Well, you had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So, you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? So bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragment and the fragments in the glove. Yeah. Looks like it was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. Gotta hand it to them. Did their jobs well, much to my dismay. Like evidence is a hold of air while upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Wordy. Why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You missed a lot because there was so much past the present trail. I mean, to be fair, I like dreamer perspectives. There was the current case, which was the first day. And then we find out, no, there's 2 different murders that happened. And then we find out, oh no, there's not 2 different murders that happened. It was that one was a red herring, but it also was where the actual murder happened. It's like I do like the concept. I'm honestly just still like a little bit miffed about the whole vase puzzle that had to be solved. But I do like this case. It just twists and turns on itself a lot to really like understand like the whole like grand scale of things for this case. But I do like it though. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring him down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Uji. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. Sorry too, Demigant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You're once a fine investigator, an example to others in the force. I'm sorry to learn that you're no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Uji. Thanks for all the memories now. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Wordy. These 2 around, you can't go wrong. In fact, hear them already. The melody sounds of a new beginning. There are 2 things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Demigant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All I've done these past 2 years. By the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. Sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. Eh? I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? Years from now, This might make it to the top. Hey, she smiled for once. You my thanks, Mr. Wright. The sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Eh. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examination is in order for all of us. Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor. You're innocent of murder. However, all the chief blackmailed you. The fact is, you still acted as his accomplice. The trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. Long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has gone on for too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lena Sky, not guilty. Victory confetti. Sure. I will say that has definitely been the longest case of the 5 we've done. That is all. This court is adjourned. I mean, she's still guilty regardless of being accomplished, but she's done a murder. Hooray. February 25th, 5:03 p.m., District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Long mess. Finally over. Emma? Quite a long face. I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Faith thought so highly of you. Oh, you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest, more emotional damage for that base puzzle than this. I think this is more like the light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing. You know, I did my best too, but Lena didn't say a single word to me. Oh, how about I'm not interrupting anything, pals? Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Is that the gumshoe? What is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Are you the type to run around along duty? Top it up, you call me here. You have your people at funerals. Hey, line up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh. Are you here because of my sister again? And nope. Not this time. And today, because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lena. Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. Okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, two years ago, the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis. I asked Gan to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. Now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It's the only way I could make it do the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting myself by distancing. I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you react if you knew. Sis, you're only doing it for me. No. Nani? I turned my back on you that day. Hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you. Sis. Such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma? So sorry. Sis, you don't have to apologize. Ooh woo. I mean, I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. No, Emma. Emma. Aww. No one can change. No one can change the past. I get my voices mixed up now. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is try to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we'll find a way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Well, at least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright? Mr. Gumshoe? Me? Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. Eh? We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. Eh? No matter what anyone may say, I realized today I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth? Not only that, I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Guy was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring him down once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. In order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. Edgeworth? Who knows? Given enough time, I might try to pull something like Chief Gant did. That terrifies me. It's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Guy and your mentor, Manfred von Karma? Eh? We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. but they both made the same mistake. He said in order to fight crime on your own, I need a weapon. That may be true. Think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Yeah? Yeah. This is a pop quiz. Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lena's talking about. Evidence, huh? No, I can't save, of course I can't. Oh. No, I can't. Something that Edgeworth no I would be able to find on our own. I feel like I am being pop quizzed. I feel like an idiot for not knowing, but I want to say... Oh, that's right. I think this. That's the picture I drew. I'm glad I at least got one of these right. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't be able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth. You'll excuse me. There's still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. Seems like you owe my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I better be going to. Okay. But I'll be by to visit you soon. Seems you both have a lot to learn, catching up to do. Here, a little something for you. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. So, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith for their lives have only just begun. I will admit, it did bring a little tear to my words. It did bring a little tear to my just seeing that they finally made up. As for me, I think it's time I start on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Yeah? What is it, detective? It's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks in the prison are a different story. Nani? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it's a cheap eater. Huh? Very good, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well... you see... Mr. Right here is the one up before in bill. Nani? Huh? Wait, you can afford this in my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Nani? Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it suddenly feel like I want to scream? Yeah, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Objection? Question mark? Well, that's one way to end the story, I guess. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased with studying under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days in the prosecutor's office. Still, I managed to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. I'll get my thoughts afterwards. It seemed like we're gonna do the same thing as last time where I had a voice act between it, so I'll get my words after this. Yikes. I was a goner for a moment there. Yeah, no. They would look my unauthorized investigation to the chief's office. If they analyze you anymore, it'll be worse than firing you. Yep, they said. Just goes to show, can't shake me up that easily. I will say, it looks like we'll have time to do something else afterwards. But again, wait until the end of the end, in case there's another hold it moment where they suddenly lead another case at me. You never know. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? Demoted to security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. Ow, ow! Show him now. Simply I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I'll be just like that Dick Gumshoe. I'm still not too sure what to think of Meekins. I was just like a very erratic person, but he had his charm, I guess. Of course. This is not a nightmare feel like the metamorphs in XCOM files, but still creepy looking. Well, rest in peace, little badger dude. I'll take that. I'll take that as an ending for him, considering how long it took for me to solve that bloody pot puzzle. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? The star managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guard, it seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even give that bean back a smile. Make sure Billy and the gang get the water. I did like Marsha though. It was pretty cool. Yeah, looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. It's a farewell gift. I put a new meal on the menu, the Wright lunch. Top layer tastes as bitter as defeat. The bottom layer is as sweet as victory. In case you did the Turnabout theme, it's a Han salad this time. Make sure I eat it backwards. The right way lunch. Didn't catch the second part, but yeah, Mr. Alright person, I guess. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Lefts? Anyway, he said he's been doing some something other for how many years? Well, anyway, got another trial to get to, so I'd better be. Huh? Oh no, forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go. That's just pretty cool. I mean, there's plenty of judge please moments, but you're the right person. Yeah, I think Sue's so like fresh country air. So, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. So, I can't go back into a full-fledged beer medium. Sick Maya, afternoon's training is about to begin. Coming? Well, see you around, Nick. We used to get to see Maya once. Maya was pretty cool. The case may have been the same without Maya. I mean, Maya Faye, but we did have a Fate sister of us, so pretty cool still. Byron was thinking we're gonna see her because they said talks to the dead. No. Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? I brought you your tea. Eh? What's going on? Alright, the bell boy. I'm more surprised of all the people from the previous cases, he had a cameo. But thanks for coming to see me off. I believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lena, all I have to do is open this book. Oh, I actually get to look at the book. I remember. Huh? Oh, well, now I have to sleep. I'm guessing that was before everything went south in the case. I mean, before it's his SNL case. Give me the luck, Christ, from the ashes. So are we at the end? Yeah, but I guess that was it. We've been through 5 different cases, from the very first Turnabout to proving Maya's innocence, doing some anime samurai investigating, saving Andreff, and proving that the Sky Sisters were innocent. I will say, I was thinking that I wouldn't like the series, but I really did like really did like the episodes 3 to 5. Maybe at some point in the future we'll check out the other 2 games of the trilogy, the Justice for All and Trial and Tribulations. I can feel like we'll definitely come back to this series. As for the next game that'll be coming up to replace Phoenix Wright, since we did manage to beat it, at least the first one, I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll make a poll in the Discord, who knows, but for now,